Hello, my dear students. So this is August 2024. This worksheet number 2, set of new questions. So let's get started. The first question, if the area of the square is 9, find the perimeter of the circle. How can we find the perimeter of the circle? You know that the meaning of perimeter of the circle, this is the circumference of the circle, which is diameter times pi, or 2 times pi times r. If we have the square area equals 9, you know that the square area formula is side times side. So if you multiply side times side, it will be 9. It means the side length equals 3. So if this side equals 3 and this side equals 3, it means that the diagonal, which also represent diameter in the circle, it will be 3 radical 2. As you know that we have a rule, if we have right isosceles triangle, this is x, and the third side will be x root 2. So if we have this side of 3 and this side of 3, so the diagonal length of this triangle is 3 radical 2 or 3 root 2. Now, as we said before, the diagonal is the same diameter. So we have the diameter length equals what? Equals 3 radical 2. So we can find the circumference. As you know that the circumference formula is diameter times pi. So it will be 3 root 2 times pi. So the answer is B. Let's move to the next question. Oops, sorry. Question 2, if 10% of a number is 8, I usually write this word problem as, or translate it into mathematics in this form, 10% of x. So it's 10% x equals 8. We can multiply both sides times 10. As you know that 100% of x, this is the same x. So it will be 80. So the number is 80. Now we want to find 50% of this number. And you know that 50% represent half of the number. So half of 80, which equals 40, the answer is B. Let's move to question 3. 2 times 9 root 2 plus 27 root 8 over 63 root 2. We have a hint here. We have root 8. This is equals 2 root 2. So we can put in the place of root 8 2 root 2. So we can write it as 2. Let's change the color. 9 root 2 plus 27 times 2 root 2 over 63 root 2. Now we have 27 times 2, which equals 54. So we have 2 times 9 root 2 plus 54 root 2 over 63 root 2. Now we can add this. We have numerator 9 plus 54. It will be 63 root 2. Now we have in the numerator 63 root 2. And then the denominator, we have 63 root 2. We can cross them together. So the answer is 2 times 1, which equals 2, which is 8. Let's move to question 4. Compare between 7 radical 11 and 11 radical 7. As we said before, if you have the greater number, we have two numbers, they are the same. The greater is outside the radical, so the answer directly is B. For the next question, what is the ratio of the area of the triangle to the rectangle? If we have a triangle inside the rectangle, and the base of the triangle is the same side of the rectangle, and the opposite vertex lies on the opposite side like this, so we have the area of the triangle equals half the area of the rectangle. For example, if you have the area of all of the rectangle equals 50, so the area of the triangle will be 25. The area is 50, so this is its half, which is 25. Now, if you would like to find the ratio between the area of the triangle and the area of the rectangle, it will be 1 to 2, which equals. Let's move to question 6. Oops, what's wrong? Find the area between the ratio between the area of the small circle and the shaded region. First of all, we can find the area of the small circle. As you know that the area formula is pi r squared. So it will be pi times 1 squared, which equals pi. This is the area of the small circle, this circle. This area is pi. Now how can we find the area of the shaded region? You'll find the area of all of this circle minus the area of the two unshaded circles. So we can find the area of the big circle. We can draw this line and this line which represent radius and radius. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, which equals the diameter, which equals to 6. It means the radius of the big circle, it will be 3. To find the area of the big circle, use the formula pi r squared. So it will be 3 squared times pi, which equals 9 pi. To find the area of the shaded region, it will be 9 pi minus the areas of the two uncolored circles. So it will be the first area, which is pi for this circle, and the second area, which will be 4 pi. So it will be 9 pi minus 5 pi, which equals 4 pi. Now we can find the ratio between the area of the small circle, which is pi, and the area of the shaded region, which is 4 pi. We can cross pi with pi, so the answer is 1 over 4. The answer is C. It's a very important question. Let's move to the next question, question 7. If 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 equals 5 times 5 times 5 times y, compare between the value of y and 4, which is greater. If you put y equals 4, I think they are not be the same. Okay, and we have this side is greater than this side, so 4 is greater than y. Also, you can find the value of y. You know that y it will be 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 over 5 times 5 times 5. I think it will give you a number less than 4. So the value of a is greater, so the answer is A. Let's move to the next question. Very important question. A woman bought 3 perfumes and the price of the second perfume equals half the price of the first perfume. And the price of the third perfume equals half the value of the second perfume. And the amount was all in all 1,400 reals. How much is the price of the first? We have a method to answer this question. Let me zoom it out. I will write the first one to the second. Sorry for that. To the second, to the third. And I will write down the ratios. We have the first one, we have the ratio between the second and the first, which is half. So second to first is half. Second to first, half, 1 over 2. So we can rewrite 1 to 2 like this. Okay. Then we have the ratio between the third equals half the second. Third, second, third, second, half. Third, second, half. So it will be 1 to 2. Now we have two ratios. We have to write it in one ratio. Use this shortcut to find them in the same line. Just multiply 2 times 2, which equals 4. 1 times 2, which equals 2. And 1 times 1 equals 1. So they are in the same line. 4 to 2 to 1. This is the ratio between the first and the second and the third perfumes. Now we have the total is 1,400. So we can rewrite them as 4x, the actual number, to 2x, 2x. Their sum altogether 4x plus 2x plus 1x, it will be 7x, which equals 1,400. We can find the value of x by dividing both sides by 7. Cross, so x equals 14 divided 7, which equals 2, and write down to 0. So we have the value of x equals 200. Now we can find the value of the first, the price of the first perfume, or the second, or the third. Just plug in the value of x. But in this question, we want to find only the first one, so multiply 4 times 200, which equals 800. So the answer is D. Very important question and very easy. Next one, let's zoom in again. A circle has a circumference of 16 pi. What is its area? If we have the circumference equals 16 pi, or the area equals 16 pi. If you have the circumference of 16 pi, we have the circumference of in terms of pi, you can say that the diameter length directly equals 16. So the radius equals 8. As you know that the radius have the diameter. So the radius here is 8. But if you have the area equals 16, to find the radius directly, you'll just take the square root of 16, which is 4. This is in case of you have an area in terms of y. Just take the square root of the number at the front of y. The square root of 16 equals 4. Now in this question, we have this case. We have the circumference equals 16 pi. So the diameter is 16. It means that the radius equals 8. Now we can find the area. As we said before, the area formula is pi r squared. So it will be pi times 80 squared, which is 64 pi. The answer is D. Let's move to the last question, question 10. Very important question. We want to find the value of y. In the geometry question, how can we start? We start with the given. We have this one is 110, right? It means we can find the measure of this angle. As you know that the sum equals 180, two supplementary angles. So to find the measure of this angle, you should just subtract 180 minus 110. So this angle, its measure equals 70. Then check this triangle. We have this is 70 and this is 70. We can find the measure of 2x. As you know that the sum of measures of the interior angles of any triangle equals 180. So we can find the measure of this angle. It will be 180 minus their sum, which equals 140. So 2x equals 40. It means x equals 20. And this is 20. Now check this triangle. Again, we have two angles. Their sum equals 90. And this is triangle 180 minus 90. So the value of y equals 90. So the answer is D. Set of important questions. Good luck for all and see you in another video. Thank you.